Hello and welcome to Wingin It. And once again, we are back here with another World Cup game. This is once more from the UK regional group stage. So, yeah, we played 3 games so far. Two of them are lost ones. So, bit of a mixed bag. But hopefully, we can keep a decent record going here as we go into this game. Going first. So, let's have a look. Let's see what we've got in this starting hand. We'll see what we've got to work with in this game. And okay. We've got an American crow, which is always a good start, but no wetland bird, so we'll take a look at the tray. No wetland bird there either. Okay. That makes things a little bit more difficult than they otherwise would be. And okay, bird bandit and bird counter as the bonus cards. I quite like bird counter, and as strange as it might be, does that mean we go for horn lark? I think probably not. But oh boy. How do we approach this with no wetland bird? I do not want to be putting the American crate in the wetlands, but I might have no other choice because I've got to put something there if I'm going to be drawing some cards. So yeah, okay. How do we how do we negotiate this? I'm honestly not really sure. We might just have to bide our time a bit in this first round, but we don't really have anything else that amazing. We've got the gnatcatcher as well. But gnatcatcher and crow, they kind of do the same thing, getting extra food and in different habitats. So I'm not really a huge fan of that sort of thing. But yeah, when you've not got much else to go off, needs must sometimes. There is a seed, so maybe Corsican nuthatch, and that might have to be the forest bird. And we'll see. We get another bonus card and work from there, and then just lay some eggs, get some food with this crow. I might top deck 1 or 2 times, but I really don't like doing that. I really don't like just gambling off the deck here when you don't have a wetland bird to be drawing extra cards. So it's very risky, and I'm not a huge fan. But we might have to go with it. And yeah, do we go bird counter or bird bander? That is a difficult one. I might just go bird bander. We do have the crow. That is 1. I feel like normally this one is pretty easy to get some points off, whereas bird counter, you can sometimes end up on 0 from that, so you never really know. I don't know, maybe I pick up the Briz Blackbird as well. I'm just trying to think, how would I get something for this first end of round? Because this could be 4 points, because birds with tuck cards, quite a hard one to do, and there is a tucking bird sat right there. Is there enough time? If I picked up the Blackbird... And then there's a bit of an insurance. If I top deck it, it's something terrible, I just tuck it behind the Blackbird and use that as a way of turning it into something. So we might do that. We might stick with bird counter. We might go pick up this Bruce Blackbird. And we're just gambling. We're just hoping that we find something for the wetlands to get a bit of card draw going into round 2. So yeah, let's lock that in. And I'm not feeling too great about this. Say it all the time, Wingspan games won and lost on the card access, and we don't have Eddie here, so we'll see how this is going to play out in this first round. Alright, let's have a look what our opponent has kept. A couple of birds. They've kept a fish, so it smells like maybe they've got a wetland bird. Although I kept a fish, so who knows, maybe the mind games are on both sides. I am going to pick up this blackbird. This is weird. I don't like this. I was kind of hoping that might reveal a wetland bird, but alas, not the case here, so... Okay. Golden Eagle, we might have to just go with you. You might get a tuck card as well, so... it's a wetland bird, it's an expensive one. It's a very expensive one, but... with the crow, we can at least get whatever food we want, so getting those rodents, hopefully okay. And I did wonder, yeah, Chaffinch pops up. That is the easy way to win this end of round goal. Birds with tuck cards, just use the Chaffinch, so might not be one that we go for in the end, but okay, we've got something to be doing now. I'm definitely more positive now that we've got this golden eagle. Kind of wish I kept a rodent, but I think keeping the fish there was sensible, because if you're looking for a wetland bird, if you're hoping you're going to find one, fish is normally the way to go. So yeah, we got our seed, so I think it's going to be nuthatch and crow, and then we use the crow to go and get the food that we need. Now I'm just wondering, Bullfinch down. Okay. They're going to reset the feeder, so maybe I can play this a bit smarter. Because if I can grab a rodent with the nuthatch, that would mean getting this down more easily. Just trying to think, 5 turns left. Is there a way that we could get this down? It's touch and go. It might be beyond us, but I think at the very least it is worth waiting and seeing. So I think I will do it this way. We will use... I think we use the fish now. It's not going to matter too much, but I'm just thinking if my opponent goes for food here, if they reset this feeder, which the Bullfinch power does do, we might be able to get a rodent here. And I don't think we can get it down in time for this end of round. Just 4 turns left. I don't think we've got the time, but there we go. Rodent there. So it's paid off. Sometimes those little marginal things in Wingspan, they can help. So we are going to play this nuthatch. First of all, we get a bonus card. What's it going to be? Visionary Leader. Not ideal. Not ideal when, yeah, when you haven't got... when you haven't got card draw, so we'll see. Maybe we can get something out of that. Even just 4 points wouldn't be too bad, but yeah, for now I think we just lay eggs a couple of times, get the rodents for this, and yeah, look to get that down. That's got to be the plan here, because that's really the only way we're going to get some cards. Although Common Loon is bold. I think I had that come up in a starting hand recently, and I shunned it, but in 1v1, it's so risky because I don't have a wetland bird, so they're not going to be getting any benefit off that for as long as I don't have the wetland bird down. But equally, once I do get a wetland bird down, if they're going to use that, it gives me cards. So it's kind of win-win for me in this position. I'm either blocking my opponent from using it or forcing them to give me a card when they do. But yeah, if that's their wetland bird, okay, they might be in just as tricky a position as me, but there goes their Chaffinch on the way down. So yeah, there could definitely have been a way where I got this blackbird down and then tucked on it. I just think in this position, blackbird with no card draw would be a bit of a risk. So we'll just keep going. We'll just keep getting our rodents, and we've got a good start here. I think the crow is definitely nice. I'm glad I was able to put that in the grasslands and not resort to the wetlands there. That is going to be super strong. I mean, you look at these end of round goals, 2 and 3. That smells grasslands. So crow is the start of a very good grasslands engine there for me. Bittern pops up. I'm very tempted to go for that over the eagle. I'm very tempted to go for that. Because I'm just thinking, if that's my only wetland bird as well, the cards are just going to be going all over the place. And if I can put this in the grasslands, that would be better. So let's think about this. So if I picked up the bittern, I could play the eagle. Could I legs twice? Might be just short on egg space, so legs twice. And then get the food for the bittern. But it might still be worth doing. Maybe we even just chuck this blackbird and get a bit of extra food. But I'm going to pick this up. Reveal these to Phoebe. Maybe they want that, though. Maybe that's something that they're going to use and give me a bit more food. Wouldn't be too opposed to that, but... man, what a strange opening this has all been. And there we go, they do get the tuck card, and I think I saw, yeah, pretty good trade there. So Snow Bunting has popped up. And yeah, if I'm going to be doing a bit of tucking with this Golden Eagle, that might be something they're interested in. And likewise, the Black-Tuned Hummingbird, give a bit of food around. Might be something they look for, but... okay. Yeah, I'm assuming they're going to draw cards here. And they do indeed that, yeah, picking up the Snow Bunting does make sense. Man, do I get sidetracked by the Black-Tuned Hummingbird here? Plan A is definitely, as I said, play the Eagle. I think play the Eagle legs twice here. Get the bittern down. draw cards, and then I can lay eggs again, and I think I'll be looking good for this end of round. Because I think because they laid eggs, they couldn't pick up that Phoebe, so that is something to bear in mind. So, yeah, let's get this eagle down. And yeah, we're gonna lay 3 eggs. We'll then take 1 off, so we're only gonna have 2 spaces when we lay eggs the second time. But hopefully, if we get a couple of tucks off this eagle now before they get their snow bunting down, that could be very, very important. I'm probably going to have to be skipping this eagle, if I'm completely honest, as this game goes on, if the snow bunting goes down, because it's not worth me getting a tuck to just give them a tuck as well. And yeah, they've got some of the food, but they're not going to get it all before I'm able to get this down. So let's lay our eggs. Come on! 99 is less than 100, so by the skin of our teeth, we get a hunt there. I'll definitely take it. No complaints there. And yeah, this crow, getting the little bit of food that we need. When you're running crow, you kind of want cheaper birds, so 3 food cost birds. Not normally the way I'd play this, but yeah, needs must. This is just what's been coming into our hand here. So as I say, that Black-chinned hummingbird might be one I look at if I can go grab it on my turn drawing cards. But for now, we're going to go eggs again. Blackbird is most certainly less than 100, and there we go. Got the last bit of food we need for the bittern. So yeah, I think we're looking pretty good for this end around. I'm trying to remember what else they've got in their hand. If there was anything else they picked up at the start, I'm not sure there's anything that I know about other than, of course, the snow bunting, which has now gone down. So good for them. A couple of tucking birds I would have liked with my bonus card, but you can't always get what you want. What I definitely want, though, is bittern getting that down, so that's good. And yeah, we can draw cards here, and I think we do pick up the black-chinned, because at the moment my opponent definitely has better food access than me with that bullfinch. They're probably already getting some berries with that power as well, so I wouldn't mind throwing a bit of food around, and 2 foods in the grasslands. I say it all the time. Once you can get to that 2 food point, then you're doing pretty good. So they're laying some eggs, and they don't have anything for this end of round, so we might be able to not only win this, but win it convincingly. So it might actually be better for me here. I'm just thinking. I either skip the bittern or I pick up this hawk, because the thing is with these birds, they're not like the sandpiper and the snipe. You can pick up tray birds even if you're the other player. So if I activated this bittern, they could potentially pick up the hawk, force it down, and lay eggs on it, and that would be significant for the send around goal. So I think I'm going to pick up both of these, and then I think I am going to use this because we kind of need cards, not just to see what we're getting, but Visionary Leader. Potentially these cards are going to be worth points later in the game, so I definitely want to be going for those. And oh dear. Okay, well that's a very good tray. That is a very good tray indeed to go and pop up. So yeah, that might be something my opponent wants to go and pick up. Certainly the fish crow, for the same reasons as this American crow. Excellent at getting food in the grasslands, and they do indeed have the food for it as well. And the blue throat, big points, lots of egg space. You know, you look at that next end around, we don't have any ground nests, and my opponent just has the 1, so that would potentially be very nice. But here we go. This is exactly what I just described has come into effect. We're going to be able to pick up this blue throat thanks to their common loon. Lovely stuff indeed. And yeah, I think we can get this black-chinned hummingbird down, and we could potentially use that to get this blue throat down. And it is a lot of food that we're throwing around, but might just have to be one of those games. So yeah, I don't necessarily think I want that stuff in the tray. Although, I don't know. Let's think about this. Heron Gallinule, if I am throwing the food around, could be something worth going for. And Gallinule certainly is going to help get me extra cards, potentially for this Visionary Leader. So yeah, I was thinking 32 points felt like a lot, inflated by the Visionary Leader already. But how do I play this? I'm just trying to work out, because I don't think I can play Blue Throat without losing eggs, because it needs 3 food. So Crow, if I lay eggs, I'd have 5 eggs. I lay eggs again. I'm already filling up, and I haven't even got the food for this, so at least getting this down would help. Then get this down, and I think getting this down for that next round with the egg space is going to be crucial. But let's draw cards. I do like these two. I think these are going to be good. Big egg space on the Gallion and just big points. So we'll draw another card as well. Do we just take the Hermit Thrush as well? All these berries. Let's plan ahead. The berries are going to be flying. Force my opponent to draw from the deck here. And the other Wetland Double Bird pops up. So it's all coming up here. Visionary Leader, 7 points. Probably not going to get 7 points off that when the game comes to an end. And yeah, they've gone and drawn, but not used the Loon this time. Interesting stuff. Maybe some mind games already in this game, but yeah, let's lay eggs. We're going to start getting the food, and I think we skip. There's no point me getting a tuck, just giving them a tuck, because it's a point and a card cycle for them, and card cycle is so valuable in this game. So I don't want to be doing that. Let's just take a worm. Take a worm, and we'll go with a win in that end of round goal. Going to round 3, and a very nice tray, but I think it might be too late for you. Unfortunately, we're going to go ahead. Yeah, we'll get this hummingbird down, and the co-op shall begin very promptly. So we'll lay eggs twice here. Get this Blue Throat down, and we still have 2 turns, so we can still fill this up. And I'm trying to remember what of those nice birds my opponent was able to get hold of that maybe had ground nest spaces. The fish crow is certainly not one of them, although, as I said, nice bird. They did have the food for that, so they'll be happy. We can get to the egg laying, skip again. I'm going to need to remember to skip this. It's very easy to forget and accidentally use it, so we'll try and avoid that. But I think here, I've got stuff that is good to play, and I think this has been a prime example of advice that I always like to give, which is when there's big point birds to the tray, just go and grab them. So here we've got the heron, the gallinule, the thrush. These are all big point birds. It's all berries I'm getting with this hummingbird. It gives me a bit of time to just relax, and you don't forget that in Wingspan. It's time to just sit back and just go, okay, I can make a plan here. I don't need to just go digging from the deck. I don't need to be gambling and seeing what I can find, because I've already got some good stuff. So I can just focus on laying eggs. I can focus on getting these down. And even these 3 crappy birds here, well, if I have to draw cards once more to try and get some Visionary Leader points, I'm kind of all for that. So yeah, definitely not too bad of a position to be in. And my opponent's in a bit of a weird position here. They must have got some good stuff. They definitely picked up some nice big point birds. They're going to be getting lots of berries from me, and rough is very nice for them. You'd think they had bird counter here. It's kind of relaxing knowing that I've got it, because I would definitely think that my opponent has it if I didn't know that I had it myself. But that's going to be good for them. But sort of clashes with the chaffinch, because you want to be tucking all your spare cards with a chaffinch, but when you got rough, you kind of can't. But it is ground nest space, so they'll be happy with that. But yeah, I'm happy to get this Blue Throat down. So let's go ahead and do that. And yeah, give ourselves some egg space to use here, and then got to think carefully about how much food we throw. Make sure that we're benefiting from it as well. 50 points on the board, but some of that is definitely tied up in the Visionary Leader. But yeah, they lay eggs here, so assuming they skip their chaffinch, that is a 3-point grasslands, and I believe ours is also 3 points. So we're kind of in a bit of a stalemate here in terms of that. But yeah, let's get these eggs down. We need to get the eggs on the Blue Throat. So what else are we going for here in terms of the old food? Do I skip the food now? just in case they have another ground nest that they'd be able to play with all that stuff. I'm really trying to remember what else they picked up. I know they've got that great egret, so fish. I might not want to give them fish. I might want to use my crow to get the fish when I do my double play. But I think we skip for now. I think we skip both of these. I don't think it's time sensitive that I have this food immediately. So we skip, just going to skip everything except this American crow, which we will use. And I think now is fish time. But yeah, this is a bit of a mind gamey end of round. I feel like a few of these have been. Just trying to predict what your opponent's doing. Always tricky in these kind of positions, but yeah, just kind of looking at these boards, I do feel like I'm in a very strong position here as we go into this end game. So yeah, they've laid eggs. They don't have that extra ground nest down, so we can win this end around. That's huge. And yeah, keep working towards getting the food. We're not going to play this Broadwing Hawk. Maybe later, but certainly not now. But yeah, we can now start getting more food. So I think double play is what we want to be doing in the wetlands. I'm just trying to wonder if maybe I wait because I want another free card off them. So I can play this Hermit Thrush first. That might be the way to do this. So let's take a worm here. We're going to bury there. We skip that and get. Let's get a seed. Let's get a seed. Why not? That gives us flexibility on what we want to be playing. So yeah, we're going to win this end around. And my opponent's still some cards in hand. So the rough, that'll get them 3 tucks this round. So that'll be pretty nice. I'm trying to wonder, maybe they've got Omnivore. It's because that loon, I don't see myself playing that loon very often unless I have Omnivore. But Gold Knight, okay. They've only got the 1 cavity nest though, so maybe Fishery Manager. Maybe that's the way they're going about this. But a couple of teal powers down now. They'll be getting some points there. They'll be pretty happy with that, I would imagine. But yeah, we got to work out our end game here as we go into this final round. So definitely these 3 birds, I want to get them down. If I've got the egg space, I might just play those and then lay eggs. So what that would be, here we go, free card. This is what I'm talking about. So catbird. Conveniently got the food for the catbird. Could potentially help, because when you copy the eagle, you may be getting 2 tucks to your opponent's 1, but I'm not super keen on that. Okay, so now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could just look at the visionary leader, to be honest, to work that out. Maybe now, it might not be worth doing the double play. Maybe we keep the Heron, because Heron played... I suppose actually it's 4 points either way, isn't it? We play the Heron and we get 4 extra points for having it down, or we keep it in the hand and get extra points here. But maybe on that last turn, if we do play 3 birds, if we draw cards, we can get 4 cards on that last turn. And so that would be a 6-point turn, because we lose an egg, but we gain 7 off Visionary Leader. So that might be how we play this. So I think 5 turns, I think we lay eggs twice, I think we play birds twice, one of them being a double play, and then we draw cards. So Hermit Thrush, I think I'm going to get that down first, because I know I can't lay eggs before I do that, because I don't have the space. So we can do that. And yeah, then we'll do a bit of egg laying. So Bell's Vireo, maybe Behaviorist. Maybe Behaviorist is the one, just given how that's been played there. But this end around, honestly, I wasn't even really looking at that all game, but we're looking strong. Certainly if this Galadiol is going to go down as well. So let's lay some eggs. And now, how do we play this? Do we give them the food? Or do we try and skip those and use the crow instead? Because I could just use Blue Throat here and Hummingbird Oh no, actually no, I do need to. Yeah, no. Overthinking this massively. I need to be using all of these because I want to be doing the double play first. So yeah, we'll make sure we got all of our food. So we have fish, worm here, berry, seed. Let's take a rodent because why not? Why not? Let's get the full complement and use all of those when we do go and do this double play. So. So yeah, my opponent now is not going to use the loon, so that is a bad thing of them playing the golden eye, because if I could have got a loon card, that potentially would have got me the lower bound on Visionary Leader without having to draw. But not to worry, we still have our plan of how we're going to get the points here from this, because yeah, if I drew now, I'd only get 3 cards. If I draw after playing the Galleon, I can get an extra one. So let's do that. Let's stop messing about. Let's get these down. Yeah, big point double play. Very satisfying 10-point turn. 77. So the score's not going to be super high here. I think it was a bit of a struggle of a start for us both. Maybe not having great wetland options. Not great tempo, quite slow. I've been skipping this eagle a lot, so that snowbird who's not done anything. Of course, there's been a bit of food co-op and a little bit of card co-op. But yeah, not massive by any means. So long spur goes down. That's a good use of some of this extra food I've been giving. Maybe Ethologist. I'm really trying to work out the bonus cards here. But they just picked up another one, so we'll see what that is. But yeah, they got a pretty nice final turn to be going laying eggs. And I'm just trying to work this out. Let's think about this. Are they going to tuck all of these cards? Because if they do, I can lay eggs on my last turn and use the Golden Eagle. So if I know I'm going to lay eggs and draw cards, and it doesn't matter what order I do them in, I think we draw cards now. Because like I say, it's a 6-point turn. We'd only get 4 in the grasslands. And I don't care if I give a free card to my opponent here. I mean, it's a point, I suppose, but it's more than that to me. So I'm happy to go ahead and do that. So they'll be able to get their extra tuck on the Chaffinch, but. Yeah, let's draw. Let's draw and hope. I mean, it would be funny if we drew Benelli's Eagle here. That would definitely be funny. But not to be here. And yeah, we definitely want to skip that. Because at the moment, only my opponent would benefit from that. So I want to be careful. But yeah, they've got 4 cards. So I think if they're paying attention, they will skip 3 tucks. So they'll do 2 Chaffinch tucks and then keep the 3. Because you get the tucks on the rough anyway. There's no point tucking them on the Chaffinch. You get them on the rough anyway. So if they're paying attention, they'll make sure they keep at least 1 card in case I do choose to use this Golden Eagle. But we will see. I'm sorry to say it, but you've not been paying attention there. So we are going to finesse this very nicely. We're going to skip you. We're going to skip you. And finally, for the first time in forever, we're going to use this Golden Eagle. Is it going to hit? No, it's not. So it's all for nothing. Flamingo's not the one you want to be trying to eat there. So a bit of a shame. But 87 plus 7 off the end of round. I think 94 is a pretty solid score. Is it going to be enough to win the game? I don't know, but we're going to find out here as we do go into the score. So yeah, I think we're going to have quite a lot of bird points, but my opponent not too far behind. Bit of a gap. On the bonus cards, they do drag it back there. End of round goals, I know we were strong. So we're going to be scoring well. Eggs, I think we both had quite a few. Oh, we've edged that. So looking good. Going into the few tuck cards that we do have. And it is a win there for us. 94 to 81. So pretty good game there. And yeah, as I say, not great on the bird counter, but getting 7 off Visionary Leader with a little bit of smart play at the end. I would definitely take that. Let's take a look at what they had. They did have Omni. And they had Food Web Expert from the Bellsviro, very nice. And Longspur, so look at that. I mean, Bellsviro gives you Food Web, Longspur gives you Enclosure Builder. What more do you want? Pretty nice bonus pickups there. But I think maybe just the card draw. I think it was the same for us both, kind of struggling with the card draw. But for me, that's where those timely pickups were key. So spotting the Bitten when it was there, being able to pick that up. Getting the Blue Throat was massive for me. That was a whole end of round goal swing. That I might not have qualified for, so that's a lot of points there. and just getting that grasslands built out. And then, of course, Heron Gallignule for that double play. Very, very nice in the end. So there we go. It's a win. Very, very happy with that one. And that puts us in a good position going into the last few games in this World Cup regional group stage. And if you want to see more of those, please do stay tuned. Please do hit that subscribe button so you get notified when those come out. And I will see you in one of those videos very, very soon.